Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl, explain it to me.
All right, Rotten Tomatoes is hitting up with a verified hot badge, baby.
Oh my.
So if you have a hot badge, you might want to check that in because we got a hot badge going on now. Basically, what they're doing is they're taking, if the score's 90% better on the audience score for fresh, they're going to give it a verified hot little tag, little badge to go with it. So it's more of like an addition to what they're currently doing. I think this is kind of stupid. I mean, they got a decent system as it is, even though it only takes like 9 ratings to kill a movie like My Science Project. So fuck them. But for the most part, this is just to incorporate more of the audience factor into this. So it feels like you're getting more of an audience input on the movies rather than just all critics versus audience. Once it hits a certain level, it's going to have a verified tag on it. So that's what they're working towards. It's okay. I don't care. I don't really go to Rotten Tomatoes for much of anything like at all. But Chad, do you check out Rotten Tomatoes at all? What do you think
Nope.
about something like this?
I do. Rotten Tomatoes, usually, if the fans like it, the critics hate it. The critics like it, the fans hate it. What's the fucking point? So I just, I ignore it.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, Kevin, do you even check out Rotten Tomatoes at all, or what do you think about some of this goofy shit right here?
I check out Rotten Tomatoes for the gossip. 100%.
Oh, so they're your TMZ. Gotcha.
Yes, I look for it to see something like, oh God, what's a good stink burger? Oh, we'll say The Crow, for example. Like, it got fucking 0. Like 0. The Acolyte, 0. Are they worth 0? No, they're probably worth a 4 or a 5. But I love that shit talking. But I will be the first to say, you know what? It's probably not accurate, like at all, especially with this age of review bombing that we live in.
That's pretty true. Now, speaking of that, there is something else from Rotten Tomatoes that just came out recently. My lovely wife shared it with me earlier today, and I shared it with these two fine gents. We got a little list of the 56 worst sequels of all time, according to Rotten Tomatoes scores. And we could do a little run through. We don't have to spend like an hour talking about this, even though we very well could. And all of you viewers, you want that.
Yeah.
We know you want it. You can't have it. You got to pay for it. You got to subscribe. You got to give us that watch time. Hit that like button. But definitely comment below what you think about this list, because we're about to do it ourselves. All right. Number 1, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses Part 2.
Return of the Blue Lagoon had Mila Nakey.
It's funny. I look at the starring cast. I'm like, Jon Voight, Scott Baio, Vanessa Angel, Peter Wingfield. You had me at Vanessa Angel. And this is that bad? Damn. Then we got Return to Blue Lagoon from 1991 with Mila Jovovich. Yeah, this movie is shit.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
It's not about the movie. It's about the titty. or lack thereof. Whatever.
Bingo. Then we got Stay, Staying Alive from 1983, directed by Sylvester Stallone. Starring John Travolta, Cynthia Rhodes, Viola Hughes, and Steve Inwood. I actually, when Amy mentioned this one to me, I'm like, I never even heard of this. Then she said it's the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know it had a sequel.
I
Sorry,
knew
John.
of it. I just didn't know it was a sequel. Huh.
I didn't either. Then, number 4, Highlander 2, The Quickening.
I disavow
this is a little
film.
higher up the list than I thought. But Chad?
I disavow this film. It never happened. There was only one Highlander movie.
What about the Renegade version? Or
Not
whatever
any
the
better.
other version is?
Not any better. At least, okay, the only thing that the Renegade version has going for it is that the Immortals are not fucking aliens.
That's my
God.
boy. That's
Damn, I
Chad.
hate that movie. I swear to God. I mean, whoever. I mean, okay, yeah, cash grab. That's what all sequels are, fucking cash grabs. But dear God, there is a way to do a sequel to that right and that is to have a whole new immortal cycle start up with McLeod being the mentor to whoever comes next, but still be fucking mortal. Not bringing back aliens from the planet Zeist. I can't believe I fucking remember what planet they're from.
I was gonna say, dude, did you just actually deliver facts about that movie?
I hated that movie so much that it wormed its way into my brain, and I cannot get rid of it.
I feel like I
would
learned
rather-
something.
I would rather have a
You
root
make me so
canal
proud.
without Novocaine than sit through that shit burger again.
Yeah, if
But-
you're gonna watch this movie, watch the Renegade version. The quickening version is trash. Period.
And be drunk. Watching it sober is not going to do you any favors.
The first one is the best. The TV show is fine. Just don't watch any of the sequels or anything after that. They're all
And don't
terrible.
watch the Highlander sequels that had the dude from the TV show.
Yeah, just
'Cause they
just
did 2 of those.
Highlander 1, the TV show, The Raven, you're good.
Yep, leave it at that.
I like The Raven. That was unfortunately canceled though.
That's what they do with the good shows, though.
Yeah, no shit. Why do you think we have a channel covering canceled TV shows?
Exactly.
Everybody?
Exactly.
All
We're
right.
blessed.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, number 5, Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol. Fuck off, Rotten Tomatoes. I know these movies are trash. I love all the Police Academy movies.
The first
I
5 are
really
fun.
enjoyed that one. I thought
like
Police
this one
Academy
too.
4 was fun.
Yeah.
Now, once you get to like the once you get to like the 7th one, it's like, oh, all right, well, it's time to end this, and they did.
Well, they went downhill when Steve Gutenberg left.
The Goot, you know,
You,
yeah, that started with 5, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see, 365 days. Don't know this one.
The
The
Ring
Ring
2.
2, number
That was
7.
better than the first one. At least
this
that movie
looks like it's
understood
the-
basic storytelling.
Yeah. This looks like it's almost the Japanese version, though, because it's starring like the Japanese cast and directed by Hideo Nakata.
Oh.
So it's not the American version. So I don't understand. Now, I've never seen Ringo 2, so I don't know that this one is actually worse than the first Ringo. So, Gallows Act 2, never heard of that. Atlas Shrugged, who is John Galt? I know of this movie. I never watched it, though.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ayn Rand, so I just don't bother.
No.
Number 10.
Crow 4, huh?
Mhm.
Sorry, Ed. I think you got tagged on this bitch.
Yep. And then was that Police Academy 5?
Yes,
Yep,
it
I'm at
is.
Miami Beach, baby.
Oh, that's and 6.
And then
Six
6
wasn't-
following City. I like City Under Siege. What
That
the
wasn't
fuck?
a bad one. These people
I don't
smoking
know about this.
crack.
Well, and then let's continue. Mission to Moscow.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad. The next 365 days. Well, the next 365 days, I'm not even going to remember
Yeah.
this shit. Daddy Day Camp, number 15.
Sure.
Jaws the Revenge.
I disagree. Was it good? It wasn't terrible. It was just very low budget.
Yeah.
Very low budget.
And the shark family had a vengeance to maintain.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Ripped Sean's arm off at the beginning. Polly's was the one who was in fucking, it was her fault. The whole 10 yards, really?
A Bruce Willis movie. If they're gonna do a fucking bad Bruce Willis movie, where the hell's Hudson Hawk? I'm sorry, Kevin.
I like
You
that
can.
one too.
Those are fighting words. I know with you.
Where was Sin City 2?
Touche. Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Couldn't even
Yeah,
get
I'll
Keanu.
give him this one. What's that, Chet?
Couldn't even get Keanu.
No, it was what, Jason Patrick? Yeah.
I think so,
Jason
yeah.
Patrick, yeah. Hey, they got Sandra back. That's one thing, and Willem Dafoe, but that's not enough. That's just not enough. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, number 19. Yeah, I'll give him that one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was a piece of shit.
Scary Movie 5, number 20.
Yep.
Kevin?
Yep. I didn't care for it. I didn't. They killed Charlie off in like 5 minutes, and it was just really bad.
I never
wait,
made it
no, I'm
past the
sorry, that
third
was
one,
part
so I
4.
don't know.
Part 3 was funny because it had
Yes.
Anthony Anderson and Kevin Hart in it.
Yep,
And-
I thought that was a sufficient trilogy, and I stopped there.
Yeah, but once you lost the Wayans brothers and you got the Zuckers in there, it completely changed the humor, and it was no longer fun for me.
Gotcha. That was 2013. Yeah,
It was
can
too
see that.
white.
Yeah, if it's too white, it ain't right. Cancel right there. Let's go. And Caddyshack 2, which coincidentally, after my wife told me about this movie, guess what I found at one of our local thrift shops? Caddyshack 2 on DVD, and I bought that motherfucker. And she saw that I did, and she's like, "No, you are not." I'm like, "Oh, yes, I am."
Oh man.
It's been a day since I've seen that.
Yeah, the first one is fucking awesome. I know the
Oh.
second one's trash, but
Well-
it's still fun.
The first one's just a classic.
Yeah, you can't beat the first one.
You cannot.
That and like Happy Gilmore as a twofer, as a double feature. There you go.
Yeah.
That and Tin Cup if you want something serious for a triple feature. Atlantis Shrugged Part 2. Never saw it, don't care.
Nope.
Big Mama's House. Big Mama's House again. 23 to 24. Universal Soldier, The Return.
Wasn't that supposed
Jean-Claude
to be
Van
good?
Damme did not care about this one, apparently.
Nope.
Sandra Berkeley was in this one? Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Tyler
that.
Perry's.
Oh, that's the
Boo-Choo.
Goldberg one.
Oh, that one's not terrible. It was okay, but it's not been riff traxed. Troll 2.
Yeah, speaking of riff tracks,
God.
we got Tyler Perry's Boo 2 and Troll 2 at number 27. Troll 2 almost has to make this list if you're talking about bad movie sequels, even though it's not even a sequel to fucking anything.
Nope.
You can't piss on that.
Major League 3.
No, Major League 2.
Really?
I'm calling bullshit
What?
on that.
Yeah.
Major League 2 is actually a decent sequel. I know. First one is awesome and it's classic. I love it to no end. I like the second one. It's got a decent story and Charlie is fine. Everybody is fine in this fucking movie. Yes, they recast Willie Mays Hayes. I thought they did fucking fine because they got some great lines, great dialogue, and it's a fun movie. Now, if you want to talk about Back to the Minors Part 3 with Scott Bakula, I like that movie, but I will give that one to you. Like, take this off the list and put 3 in there, and I'll deal with that. But Part 2 is not bad. That's bullshit.
I'm going to fight a motherfucker. I will fight a motherfucker.
Have at it.
Return of the Living Dead 1 or 2 is fucking amazing.
Yes.
You won't have much more fun watching a goddamn zombie movie.
It's got Tom Matthews in it. What the fuck?
It's got Tom Matthews. It's got James Cameron in it. They fucking spoof Thriller for fuck's sake.
No, that was a good movie, and I'm with you, Kev. Find who wrote this list and smack him around a little bit, because that's no.
Yeah, whoever put this shit together was off their goddamn mind or on cocaine.
Or not on enough.
Yeah, well, they did list Highlander 3, The Sorcerer, even though when it was in theaters, it was called The Final Dimension.
Yes, I remember that, and
Oh, yeah.
that
Because I
one's-
went and saw this motherfucker in the theaters and I fucking hated it.
it's still better than the second one.
It is. I didn't like it anymore, though.
But I mean, getting your fingernails plucked out one by one's better than the second one.
That's true.
I had a lithoscopy once. That wasn't fun. I'd probably go for that again, too.
Yeah, we'll get you a colonoscopy to go on top of that, too.
Those are cool. They give you propofol. Fuck yeah, that's the shit that killed Michael Jackson.
Piranha 2, James Cameron's first directorial feature that he got fired from.
Bonnie.
Not surprised. Even though
I liked it.
Yeah.
For what it is.
It's a fun movie. It's goofy as shit, and it's
mean-
Roger Corman. Whatever.
Yeah.
All the Piranha movies are just mindless.
Yeah.
It's a
Part 3,
popcorn
Double D, baby.
movie.
Those movies are so fucking stupid. I
They're
love
so
them.
bad. The first one is clearly the one with Joe Dante. But
Fucking Jason Bateman getting his dick bit off kills me.
No, that
Yeah.
wasn't Jason Bateman. That was Jerry O'Connell.
oh yeah,
Oh!
Jerry O'Connell. Yep.
That's right.
I was gonna say Bateman. That doesn't sound right. But...
No, that was O'Connell.
And
And
fucking
he got to play such a slime in that movie because I mean, if whenever O'Connell's playing a role, he's usually, more of a heroic type.
yeah, or a very likable character.
I mean, even the character he voices on Lower Decks, I mean, he's kind of a dick, but he's not unlikable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like him and Bateman both. That's why I got them
Yeah.
mixed up. But get his dick bit was fucking funny.
And they spit it right at
It
the
is
screen.
Floating in 3D.
Yeah, I remember. That was so wicked. I'm like, I really liked him in Sliders. Well, something else was sliding in that movie.
Yeah.
My wife's sitting there watching me with my VR helmet on, and I'm laughing my ass off. And she's like, "What are you watching?" Nothing. Go away.
Keep moving.
Big floating dick in front of me.
Kevin's Secret Fantasy.
Why do you have a VR helmet? So I could watch the 3D penis.
Well, speaking of a 3D penis, Basic Instinct Part 2 is on this one. And,
Yeah.
Sharon
okay.
Stone is back at it again in that fun romp. And Son of the Mask at 33. Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2. I didn't even know they made a second one. 34.
Yep.
Student of the Year 2. Bad News Bears Go to Japan. I don't get that one. I
That
thought
was
all the Bad News Bears movies were pretty good back then.
Leprechaun 2. Are
Yeah.
you sure they don't mean 3 or 4 or 5?
That's what I said to Amy. I'm like, they picked the second one? There's like 6 more after this that are worse.
Not the one where he goes into space?
Yeah.
Or
Huh.
Back to the Hood.
Oh, God, Back to the Hood. I forgot about that one.
I mean, they're goofy as shit. I totally get it. But like, of all of the sequels for Leprechaun,
2?
2 is not the one you want to throw in there.
The one that did go to theaters?
You're right. Cheaper by the dozen. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I like it, but I'll give them that one. Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj?
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that.
You got me on that one. I actually don't know this
I
one.
never saw it, but I remember it coming out.
Oh, Amy Steele's in it. Oh, all right.
Hey.
Next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. Ouch.
The last time we had Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah. Although I hate all the Karate Kid movies, so I'll be fair on that one. They all suck.
Touche. Revenge of the Nerds 2. Nerds in Paradise.
Disagree. Once you get to Nerds in Love, and they start like made for TV, then they start getting really shitty.
yeah.
But part 2 wasn't so bad.
Well, what if CAT really spelled dog?
I know.
Just saying, everybody.
Okay.
You okay? Okay.
What fucking millennial dickbag wrote this goddamn list? Bring this ignorant motherfucker to us, because that's one of the greatest motherfucking sequels ever goddamn made. It's even
House 2, the
mentioned in
second
Scream
story,
2.
everybody. These are fucking fighting words.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I'm about ready to start using slurs. Anyway.
Goddamn good movie. Just saying. Problem Child 2. I like John Ritter, but I didn't really like these movies, to be honest.
No, they were very much a product of their time that didn't age well.
Well, speaking of not aging well, Sylvester Stallone with Escape Plan 2, Hades with Dave Bautista, 50 Cent, Jamie King. I like the first one, but it didn't need any more. Grown Ups 2, Adam Sandler movie. I don't know if it'd be this one that'd be on the list, but there's some other ones that should be from Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Grown Ups 2 wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
A Haunted House 2. A Haunted House wasn't very good.
Halloween, the Chris
Oh.
Michael Myers. I will give you the theatrical version. Producer's cut does not belong on this list. It actually makes more sense. I know people don't like it much the same. However, it's got a more coherent story. It's better directed and better paced. So it's a better movie. And goddamn it, it's Paul fucking Rudd.
Dick bags.
Teen Wolf 2.
That's
Speaking
true.
of Jason Bateman.
This one's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not
Yeah.
get Michael J. Fox back.
Yeah.
Mimic
2.
2. Number
I didn't-
51.
I didn't
Little-
like Mimic.
The first Mimic was fine.
It
That
That
wasn't
was
bad.
early Guillermo. So,
It was a very blatant ripoff of them,
yeah.
except for they substituted radiation with genetic modification.
Yeah.
So
These sequels got bad.
yeah.
They were like Crow sequels at that point.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The first one was fine. I liked Mira Sorvino in it. She was fantastic. I thought she was fucking hot at that time. I had a kind of a crush on her. So, Little Fockers.
Mm,
Yeah. No, I'm good.
I didn't like
Bruce-
any of those either.
mm-mm.
Deuce Bigelow. The first one was fine. The second one I didn't dig. Species 2.
Disagree. Hard
Yeah.
disagree. No pun intended.
After
Yeah,
the
it
second
was
one,
great.
I agree. The second one was fine, though. Funny story about this one. I took my cousin. I was early in college. I took my cousin who was in high school to see this because R-rated movie. And my aunt had asked me, this isn't going to be too bad, is it? I'm like, oh, no, it's probably going to be like violent, some swearing. It's just a sci-fi movie. Little did I know they were going to have some hot sex action in this fucking movie. And after I walked out, I'm like, I think my aunt's going to kill me.
Now remember, only aliens have 13 feet penises.
Yeah.
Ding,
Which
ding.
I believe he did in that movie.
To a point.
Ah, yes.
Speaking
these
of
two
big
strippers.
dicks,
Ugh.
top 3.
I don't like
give him
either of
this
those.
one.
Mm.
I'd never watched RoboCop 3. I probably won't.
Don't.
We're not gonna on our show unless
No,
people pay it for us.
I mean, they couldn't even get Peter Weller back.
Well, when he checked out, it's like I still went and saw this in the theaters, and it was okay, but it's like something you just watch on TV.
Yeah.
And the TV show is better than this goddamn movie.
Oh, it was much better than this.
Which was covered on our channel and our podcast. So please check out our library and video content. We didn't talk about this movie. We talked about the TV show and the animated series and the first 2 movies. So,
And the reboot.
and the reboot, which was terrible too. But we're going to round out this list with From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money. I honestly don't remember Bruce Campbell in this fucking movie.
That's because he was in it for all of 3 minutes, like Congo.
Oh, kind of like he was in the movie Intruder 2, where he basically shows up in like literally the last minute of the movie.
Reverse. He's in the very beginning and he dies instantly.
Mm.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
and it's not even cool.
Because
So-
I barely fucking remember this movie. I actually have my old like review book from like years ago. Like I wrote down like little reviews. It's somewhere around here. But I'm pretty sure I wrote down that this movie sucked and I only gave it like a 2 stars out of like 10.
Yeah, part 3 was actually better. Part 3
So
was
Tiffany
kind of an
Thiessen was in
origin
this
story.
Too? Shit. I
Who?
actually had a cast. Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yep. It did nothing for her career.
Nothing did anything for her career. Uh-oh. Kevin wants to say something.
The only industry that wanted her, she wouldn't go.